The Bascom Center for the Arts is incredible. It's a rare thing to find an abstract, non-objective painting course. I've looked for years, and I found this class with the four amazing women and I know their work.
They're all professional painters, and I've sort of followed them on the internet. I've seen their exhibits, and so I called my friend Linda and I said, Linda, we've got to be there.
It's like a once-in-a-lifetime kind of experience. So I was going to do anything I could to get here, and traveling across the country to do a workshop. Actually, it's the first time I've ever done that. I really loved how they structured the workshop and how they built on each other each day. That it's unlike any other workshop I've ever taken.
The Southern Lights group came together because, first of all, we all have shared artistic sensibilities. And then in addition to that, we all have Southern roots. And that we realize more and more that has informed our work.
We've got 4 different teachers. We all approach our painting starts differently, and all the students are getting different looks into how we paint.
I really wanted to focus on thinking abstractly and how to approach a painting from an emotional perspective and where those sources come from.
My focus for the class was shape making and learning to use geometric or organic shapes to enhance your work, to make composition.
I always work intuitively, so the exercises that I did were drawing lines, your energy that comes through when you're drawing and painting. So that's like my favorite thing to do, is to start paintings that way. And I try not to plan anything out and just let the paintings kind of have their own voice and just respond to what comes through. So I just love working abstractly.
I'm going to start with some really fast-paced exercises that'll help people to not think too much, because that's how I like to work. I like to work with my body, so it's going to be some fast-paced music and collage exercises. Just kind of get people tearing paper and ripping things apart and putting them together with collage. And from there, we'll take it and we'll paint into it and start creating compositions or framing things out.
It's more about working from the body intuitively. So it's kind of the physical gesture and the language of abstraction.
I usually start with pencil work, and then I go in with a darker line. And then that's kind of a back and forth. It's sort of like I spend a lot of time with the painting, and then I do several layers of that, and then I start to bring in color, because that really can change it, so I have a nice base or framework. And that's when I sort of come back and look more for composition and, how to finish the piece and where the focal point is and all that stuff. So you kind of have to turn off your brain a little bit.
I feel like I've got a lot of really good starts and really strong starts for paintings, and I'm excited to get them back to the studio and work on them more. I have a couple of them that I felt were either finished or pretty close to finished. So that's actually was really huge for me, and I felt was a breakthrough for me.
It's okay not to know how to start or how to finish. There's no artist that doesn't have that struggle, no matter what they paint. And I think that just a communion of people is why people come to workshops, so they can share ideas and come away with helpful hints to take home.
Being around a group of artists, you kind of get around your tribe, and you get into conversations about creating. And that kind of gives you a lot of juice and a lot of ideas that carries forward into the work.